It's not a game anymore when a prize is one gold medal, but a prize is a country's future. The Olympic was not established for countries bidding for a host that would possibly lose their future and torture their own citizens. It was created for people to enjoy the sports event and for athletes to compete for the gold medal. Don't let what the opposition brings up cover this up. What happened in the opposition world would also occur in our world. However, those harms that happened in their world, we can solve it better. With that in mind, let's ask ourselves two questions in this debate. First, what's the actual value of the Olympics, and which team can protect that more? Some layers of analysis. The first layer of analysis comes with a clarification of the core value of the Olympic. The Olympic Games lie in its ability to bring together nations and individuals from all corners of the globe. The entire points of cultural diversity and cultural representation are not about Olympic itself having to travel across the world. The key points are about the athletes that are competing on stage, and this simply does not go away when you propose the motion. Plus, we are in the 21st century now. The majority of the public is watching the Olympic on broadcast television or online. The people that will actually see the Olympic in person will only take part of the less than 10%. In fact, it actually doesn't even matter if we rotate the Olympic or not. The second layer of analysis is why our team protect the value the most. The only arguments the proposition teams comes up and talks about is how rotating between different cities can keep the value of culture. However, until now, they themselves have not yet engaged with our point on which shift the attention to the game itself. When people are tuning in from across the world, they aren't focused on the countries that host the Olympics. The venue essentially look identical from year to year. There is virtually no cultural impact from the host country. With our model of establishing a permanent city, people now can solely put their attention on those incredible athletes. The Olympic is one of the biggest sports events worldwide. It's a time to show our support to these incredible athletes and cheer our own countries. The third layer of analysis is unfairness across the countries. They tell you that we will eat up the opportunity for small or developing countries to host the Olympic. No. Let's think about this in two different aspects. First, in a status quo, ask ourselves one question. Have we ever seen any developing countries have hosted the Olympic before? The key reason is the cost of bidding process has already set up an extremely high standard for all these small countries to ever compete that. Therefore, we haven't seen any small countries in the status quo ever host Olympic. And second, our model allows them to participate in the game. The rotational culture has a big potential for all these countries to showcase their own culture without paying all the money that will possibly stress their economy and deprive their chances to demonstrate their countries because the lacking of the money. Now, let's move on to our second question of this debate. What's the core value that should be mainly focused on and taken away from this debate? First, the environmental impact. We're the only team that can really mitigate the negative impact that the Olympic could bring to this earth. No matter what side opposition said about hosting Olympic will harm the environment anyway. We're the only team that really trying to reduce the impact and prevent it from happening again. We only have one Earth. We should cherish it and protect it while enjoying the entertainment that Olympics offer. We should be doing it in the most eco-friendly way. And second, we protect people from being forced to move out from their homes. Remember the tragic story that our first speaker gave. An 80-year-old grandma was brutally forced from their homes, from her house, and all the other 22 1,000 families, more than 60,000 people. They are all forced to move out from their home just to build up a stadium that will only last for a few weeks. Even if the Rio Olympic has ended, these families are forever damaged because they lost their only place for safety. However, this will never happen again in our world. Because our world never have to picking a random city or a random countries to host the Olympic. There is only one permanent city would ever host the Olympic ever again. And this would significantly reduce the chances of those families to move out from their own home. Lastly, let's now compare the harms and benefits in each world. In a side opposition world, there are nearly zero unique benefits that they can bring. In terms of culture, we can also achieve it by rotating cultures in the same host city. This is much more effective and even more cost-friendly to the disadvantaged countries. The only thing they could bring is harm to the environment. They simply don't care about it. However, in our world, we provide the best situation that can be seen now. It's environmentally friendly and cost-effective. Most importantly, we made the game a true game. Therefore, we're so proud to propose. 等一下。